Overall, I would say that I'm a pretty reasonable person and I'm not much for complaining, but recently I've had a couple of experiences with my good friends at GameStop that I just had to talk about. Now, I've made some videos previously that were pretty critical of GameStop overall, and I think that it's clear where I stand on GameStop as a whole. And unfortunately, I feel like GameStop performs a necessary evil in the used game market that we don't have better options for currently. That all being said, GameStop still needs to function like a good business. And like a good business, it should be giving good customer service to its customers. And these two stories, I think, epitomize what's wrong with GameStop. Now, the first story is from several days ago. Both of these happened literally back to back, the last two times I went into a GameStop. But I was visiting one of my local locations, I was looking through their used games, and as I was shopping, I overheard the sales associate say to someone who was ringing out, "Your total with warranty is yada yada yada." And I thought to myself, wait, he just threw the warranty on there? And the customer actually questioned him about the warranty. He explained the benefit and said, oh, it's only an extra $1.20 or whatever it was for the used game that the guy was purchasing. Reluctantly, he ended up purchasing the game and GameStop's limited warranty, which you can make your own mind up whether or not those are worth anything. But me personally, I think they're absolutely worthless. And the fact that he put it on there before asking the customer and just totaled it with it, and relied on that one sentence that your total with warranty is this price, was terrible. So now I go up to the counter, I have like 5 or 6 games in my hands, I put them up there and I'm just thinking in my head, I wonder if he's gonna do the same thing to me. And sure enough, same exact thing. Your total with warranty is yada yada yada, except I had like 6 games, so it ended up being like $10 or $11 that he was charging me for the warranty. And I said, yeah, I don't want the warranty on any of these games. The last thing I need is a warranty to ensure that my game is going to work, because I already have the return policy, so why would I need the warranty? I'm just going to try the game, and if it works, we're good, and if it doesn't work, then I'm going to come back and get a refund. But ultimately, there's no point in me having a warranty on it for a year from now. It's not like I leave my games in a position for them to get destroyed, and they're just as likely to be totally fine on these shelves as they are to just go bad, not to mention the fact that many of the games weren't very expensive. So again, he just totaled up, said your total worth warranty is X. I said, I am not interested in any of those warranties. Please take them all off of my purchase. It's bad enough that they offer these stupid warranties in the first place, but the fact that you would just put it on without telling the customer and then rely on this tagline to clear you of your decision to just add on these additional costs. It just makes no sense. It doesn't happen in any other business, at least not one that gives good customer service. So that was the first experience. The second one, admittedly, made me even more upset. I'm actually going to use the games to illustrate what I was doing. I went through and I found some games that I wanted to purchase used at another GameStop. And I go up to the counter and the guy gets all the discs and everything's going great, except then I open up one of the discs and it's Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition. And I look inside and it had the plain Fallout 4 disc in it. Not only that, there was the map and all the goodies that were inside this one, and that's why I decided I was going to pick up this Game of the Year Edition Fallout 4. So he tried to hand me the plain version, say it was the same thing with none of the inserts in the Game of the Year case, another one that he had, without telling me. He didn't tell me, he just put the stack up when I wasn't paying attention, and he had swapped out the game. And then another game I was purchasing, which was MotorStorm Pacific Rift for the PlayStation 3, he had given me a case that didn't have a price on it. And I thought to myself, well, that's weird. I know I saw a price when I picked the case up off of the shelf, and I looked and it had a bunch of extra stickers and it was all messed up. And I said, wait, how come that doesn't have a price on it? And he said, oh, that's my display case. I said, you have a display case for a used game? He said, yeah, that's my display case. And I opened up the one he handed to me, and again, the manual was missing from the one that he put in my stack. So he handed me one in a worse case with no manual, claimed that this was his display case and that he was selling me the other one. And then the worst part of the whole thing Beyond the fact that I had to tell him that this is the one that I wanted, the one that had the manual was complete and in better shape, was the fact that he was looking at me like I was a crazy person shopping at his business. Now, here's the thing. Like, I get it. When it comes to condition, you can get a little crazy, right? But why would I take a used game off the shelf, hand it to the guy, and he swaps it for another used game in worse condition with missing elements? Or, in the case of Fallout 4, the complete wrong game. He actually put the plain one in there and said, no, it comes with the same disc. And I looked on eBay, and sure as heck, no, it does not. It has a disc, just like this one here, that says Game of the Year Edition. That is not the plain Fallout 4 disc. And he was trying to tell me that all of the codes are in the inserts. So none of it made any sense to me. But this game and this game, he just swapped out for another copy of each because they were in worse condition and missing elements and had the wrong disc. And then I'm the crazy person for calling him out on it. At no time did I say anything insulting. At no time was I disrespectful or demeaning. But I felt dirty from the fact that I had to try and convince the salesperson to sell me the games that I took off of the shelf. In addition to the fact that GameStop itself has horrible in stock in terms of their used games. They had a bunch of empty shelves there. They had a whole mess of games that were in terrible condition with replacement cases. They had a really pathetic amount of retro games. I mean, I could go in on the conditions of the GameStops that I went into and how bad they are, but you can't have all of that and bad customer service. If you had good customer service and a crappy store, the associate can make up for it. But if people are throwing on warranties when they're not asked for and swapping out games and giving wrong discs and giving worse condition with things missing, I mean, what are we doing, GameStop? Let me know in the comments down below. Am I the jerk? Am I the crazy one? Or is GameStop just absolutely going down the tubes and it's even getting to the point where their associates can't even be nice to the customer and just give the customer what they asked for without trying to tack on things or give them the wrong stuff? As always, this is Pirates for Pirates Gaming saying thank you for watching, and until next time, I will see you there.